As a highly customizable matter management platform, Clarra is designed to adapt to any industry. While the default settings primarily cater to law firms, it's easy to customize Clarra to help your company achieve a more cohesive and efficient workflow in non-legal industries. The Properties section is at the heart of Clarra's no-code customizability and makes tailoring terminology and clickable options to your company's preferences simple and intuitive. Global properties, which we'll mostly focus on in this video, enable you to change terminology across Clarra with just one edit. You can create custom options and drop-down menus with system properties, so that regardless of the field you're working in, information relevant to your workflow will always be available. Here in the Properties section, let's begin by heading over to the Global tab. With Global Properties, you can rename major sections of Clarra and even customize some further. With timekeeping, for example, you can configure specific options to adjust how you track time and use timeslips, or even disable time tracking to transform timekeeping into another custom section, such as notes or an activity log. We have demo videos explaining both how to configure or disable timekeeping on our support site. Let's consider some sections worth renaming for non-law firms. A useful example could be a project management company. While matter is a relatively general term, perhaps that company would rather call it project. To rename a global property, click the three dots to the right of the property and rename. Write the new name and change to, and see the associated changes below. Press save, and matter has now become project across Clarra. Plaintiff is an equally relevant example. The plaintiff section is a centralized location to organize information related to someone's involvement with a matter. There are tabs for everything from their basic info to linked matters and contacts, as well as documents, notes, and events. This section also includes a fully customizable tab called the Profile form, in which you can use custom fields to structure it as most useful to you. Check out our plaintiff tutorials and custom fields demos on our support site for a more in-depth look. Plaintiff is obviously a precise legal term, but the section can be used for anyone you'd like to connect with matters and contacts and organize their information in an easily accessible location. Perhaps you'd like to use this space to keep track of your key clients. You can change the icon design as well. Likewise, you may choose to rename the profile form you associate with these key clients. Maybe you customize this space to include information about potential projects you haven't yet started working on with the client, but would like to keep readily at hand. Also keep in mind that you can change regional formatting to whatever best fits your company, and we have another video and article that review the options here. Moving on to the Users tab, you can change how users are classified. Changing these terms not only changes the options available when you add a new user, but updates existing users accordingly. Perhaps you'd like to call your clerical staff administrators. Turn lead lawyers into senior project managers. Other lawyers into project coordinators. And paralegals and law clerks into assistants. Make the changes and press save. Our timekeeping videos and articles provide more detailed explanations, but it's worth mentioning that Clarra comes preloaded with many legal activity and task codes, and you can not only rename these terms, but you can add, edit, and delete the options available. Likewise with event codes, you can shift these from a legal focus to whichever events your company most frequently engages in. Finally, let's review some fields worth customizing in Matters, now called projects. Complex is used to refer to certain types of litigation. It's essentially a marker to make users aware that this matter follows different rules and deadlines than other matters. A project management firm may choose to rename this to Key Project to flag especially important projects that require additional attention. You can also change the default yes and no options if you like as well. Docketing refers to the closed-loop calendaring process on Clarra, and the system by which specific docketing users are notified about a matter's events so that necessary deadlines and information are put on calendars. To use a less legal term, you could rename this feature to scheduling or calendaring. In the Matters Properties tab, we once again see lead attorney, other attorney, and paralegal. We've updated the user classifications that use similar terms, but we haven't updated the team members' types. When you create a new matter, you select team members from within these categories. We can rename these team member types in Matter Properties to match the user classifications or call them something else if we want. For consistency, we'll call lead attorney Senior Project Manager, other attorney, project coordinator, and paralegal, assistant. There are differences between these team member types beyond name alone, as lead and other attorneys are automatically assigned to events associated with a matter, while paralegals are not. We have an article on the support site that explains differences in team member types in greater detail. Finally, let's update some matter types, which have been preloaded with legal matter types. A project management company may work on a variety of project types, including product development, procurement, research, or consulting. We can add these options by simply clicking Add Option and typing them in. Press Save when you're done. Heading back to the Clarra homepage, we can now see our matters called projects and our plaintiffs called key clients. If we add a new project, we can see the updated terminology in use, including in our custom project types, the use of key project, and the updated team member names. The changes we've made have taken effect across the Clarra platform and made it so that the functions of Clarra, applicable to businesses in any industry, now match the terminology of a specific non-legal industry, that of project management. Customization is truly at the core of Clarra, more than capable of adapting to your needs and providing a cohesive platform for your entire workflow. For more information on how you can customize Clarra, visit our support site.